The Trump administration is racing to lessen global dependence on China for critical minerals. These minerals are used to make everyday products, especially high-tech and EV products. Right now, the U.S. relies on China for nearly 90% of minerals.
And then once they control that industry, and they're the only ones in the world that do it, then they can charge you anything they want, but they can also use it against you as leverage, or it can be disrupted if there's any sort of global disruption.
The national security concerns became more evident last year when Beijing imposed export controls on rare earths, causing productions delays and shutdowns for auto manufacturers in America and Europe.
We want to eliminate that problem of people flooding into our markets with cheap critical minerals to undercut our domestic manufacturers. The people who undercut them then jack up the price to a completely unfair level.
The vice president announced at today's critical minerals meeting that the U.S. will establish a price floor system for critical minerals. He and the Secretary of State today welcomed more than 50 nations to the meeting, including South Korea, Japan, and Germany.
As geopolitical risks continue to rise, we will redouble our efforts to secure alternative supply sources.
The nations are banding together to kickstart an international push to diversify critical mineral supply chains. Several countries have signed on to a trading bloc put forth by the White House.
Is an opportunity at self-reliance, that we never have to rely on anybody else except for each other for the critical minerals necessary to sustain our industries and to sustain growth.
Today's meeting comes after President Trump earlier this week signed an executive order to create a new strategic private sector critical mineral stockpile.
We even expect the American taxpayer to make a profit from the interest on the loan used to start the Project Vault.
Project Vault already has buy-in from some of the biggest U.S. companies like General Motors, Boeing, and Google.